Okay, so today I'm going to talk about balancing equation worksheet 3. We're going to talk about single displacement and double displacement. So there are a couple of notes I already put on the top. The next one is when you have water on one side and OH and H on the other side. Now this water, OH and H must be like present at the same time, but it doesn't matter whether the water is on the right or on the left, and same thing for OH and H. As long as one on one, OH and H on the other. What you're going to do is you're going to split the water into OH and H. And OH, because it's a polyatomic, you have to put parentheses around and put the one underneath the subscript to indicate that I have one OH. And the second thing is you want to treat the whole polyatomic ion as a whole. The polyatomic is the one with the blue sheet, right? All the polyatomic. You don't want to split into like P and O. Like you don't want to say 1P and 4O, but you want to treat it as a whole thing by putting the parentheses around and then put the subscript. So for example, PO4, you put parentheses around and you say I have one PO4. So here I'm going to just do a couple questions, 3 questions on the front page. So first of all, if you want, you can put an equal sign. You can, I'm going to put it, pen. You can put an equal sign on the arrow if you want to. Okay. So now here I do have water on the left, and I do have OH and H on the right hand side. So first of all, I know that I'm going to split my water into OH and H. Okay, because I have water on left, OH and H on the right hand side. So next is I recognize that OH is a poly. So I'm going to put parentheses around, blue pen, and then put the 1 to indicate I have one OH. And I do have another poly here. So I do the same thing. Now next is I can start to draw the table. I'm going to use green pen. Okay, so I'm going to start to write all the atoms. Okay, so I have K, I have OH, parentheses, and then I have H. I have 3 things, and then I'm going to draw the table. Okay, so I start with both sides. Okay, so I start with 1K and 1K. I have one OH and one OH. And then I have 1 hydrogen and 2 hydrogen. Now here, why on the left hand side, why I don't say that I have 2 hydrogen? It's because I already split the water into OH and H. So if you already split the water, you cannot go back to see the water like S and then you say that how many H. You have to look up, since I already have OH, the H belongs to the H, then I will only have one H here. So now here it looks like the hydrogen is not balanced. So how can I balance a hydrogen? I'm going to put the 2 in front of the whole thing. Okay, I cannot put the 2 on the subscript. I cannot put the 2 in front of H only. I have to put the 2 in front of the whole thing. Okay, so then I'm going to change my OH to be 2, and then I change my hydrogen to be 2. So it looks like my hydrogen is balanced, but my OH is not balanced. So how can I make my OH balanced? I'm going to put the 2 right here and put a big bracket. So then I change my potassium. I change my K to be 2, and then I change my OH to be 2. But then finally my K is not balanced, so I'm going to put the 2 in front to make my potassium balanced. So now it looks like everything is balanced. Then now finally I fill in my coefficient. Now before I say that, oh, whatever left over should be 1, but you have to be careful. You put the 2 in front of H2O, so this is no longer 1. This must be 2. And then here will be 1. So you notice that all my numbers are the simplest ratio. I cannot reduce anymore. So I'm going to do the second question. Okay, so I do have water here, and I do have OH and H on the right hand side. So I split my water into OH and H. Okay, and then I'm going to use my blue pen to put parentheses and put the 1. And here I already have parentheses around the OH end of the 2, so you got all set. Then now I'm going to start to draw my table. Ca, and then parentheses OH and H. Now here the order of the atom doesn't matter. So I start with 1Ca, 1Ca. I start with 1OH, 2OH, and then I start with 1 hydrogen and 2 hydrogen. So then you can tell, okay, I can think about OH first, I can think about hydrogen first. It doesn't really matter which one you start with, which one you end up with, because your answer should be the same. Like your table may look a little bit different depending on the order of your thinking, but your final answer should be the same. So let's say I'm thinking about OH. So how can I make OH happy is I'm going to put the 2 in front of the whole water. Right? So then make my hydroxide, the OH become 2, and then my H become 2. So it looks like everything's happy. So KCl will be 1. Now here is not 1, it should be 2. And then here will be 1 and 1. I'm going to do one more on number 3. I split my water into OH and H again. And then I have the parentheses around the OH, put the 1, and then here I have the parentheses around the OH, I have the 3, so you're all set. Now I can put down the table. I have Al, I have OH parentheses, and I have hydrogen. So I can start to draw my table. So I get 1 Al, 1 Al, 1 OH, here should be 3 OH, and then I have 1 H and 2 hydrogen. So now here you can think either starting from OH, you balance OH first, or you can start thinking about balancing H first. It doesn't matter, you will end up the same answer. So let's say I'm thinking about balancing OH. So how do I balance OH? I'm going to put a 3 in front of the water. Right, so then I will change that to 3 OH and 3 hydrogen. Okay? But then now, right, my OH okay, but my hydrogen is not okay. Now this hydrogen comes from one single compound, right? Come from one single reactant. This hydrogen also comes from one single compound. So they all come from one single thing. Now when they have one single thing, come from one single thing, one is odd number, one is even number, 3 and 2. The best way to do is multiply them. 3 and 2 to get 6. So I need to make 6 hydrogen, 6 hydrogen. So how can I make this from 3 to 6 hydrogen? I can simply just change this from 3 to 6. Now here I'm crossing out to show you that I can change, but actually when you do the quiz and test, you can actually use the eraser to erase it. So I'm going to change that to 6 hydrogen, okay? So if I change the 6 hydrogen, I actually change my OH to be 6 as well. Now here, as I say, I want to change to be 6 hydrogen. Well, how can I change to 6 hydrogen? I want to make this 3. Alright, so then make my hydrogen happy. But then now my hydroxide is not happy, the OH is not happy. So how can I make the hydroxide happy, the OH happy, is I'm going to put the 2 in front. Okay, so then now you will have 2 Al, and then you get a 6 OH. But then now your Al is not happy. So how can I make Al happy? You're going to put the 2 here to make the Al happy. So now everybody happy. Now finally this number will be 6. 2, 6, 2, 3. You notice that 2, 6, 2, 3, the numbers are simplest. I cannot reduce anymore. Okay? Now let me do number 7 without the water. So I don't have any water, I don't have any poly, so I can just start with my table, NaCl and F. Okay, so then I start with 1 Na, 1 Cl, 2 Cl, 2 F, and then 1 F. Right? So Na is happy, Cl and F are not happy. You can think starting from Cl, you can think starting from F. It doesn't matter, you will get the same answer. So let's say I'm thinking of Cl. So how can I make Cl happy? I'm going to put the 2 here, the bracket. So then I will make 2 Na and 2 Cl. All right, but then now my NA and the F are no good. So how can I make NA and F happy? I'm going to put the 2 in front here, bracket. So then I make 2 NA and then 2 F. So then now everybody happy. So then I will put 1 and 1 here. Right, so this is the front page. Now I'm going to go to the back page. I'm going to do couple the questions, the double displacement with the poly. So let's say I'm doing number 19. So number 19, I don't have poly. The poly is the PO4. Now again, the poly, you need to get it from the blue sheet, the polyatomic, you want to keep it, but you should be able to recognize that PO4 is a poly because you have multiple elements. You don't need to use the blue sheet to look to identify the poly because you can tell this poly based on the fact that you have more than one atom. Okay, so I'm going to use a blue pen, PO4 1, and this is also another poly, but I will have parentheses in the bracket and the 2, so you're good. So then I don't have water, then I can start with the table. I get Na, parentheses PO4, Ca, and Cl. So I start with 3 Na, 1 Na, 1 PO4, 2 PO4, 1 Ca, 3 Ca, 2 Cl, and then 1 Cl. Right? So it looks like nobody happy. Right? So you can start with anyone. You can start with Na, you can start with PO4, you can start with Cl, you can start with Cl. You can start with anyone. You will get the same answer. Your table might look a little bit different, but at the end, the coefficient should be the same. So let's say I'm starting with thinking about Na. So I want to balance Na. So I'm going to put 3 here. I put a bracket. So change that to be 3, and then 3 Na, and then 3 Cl. Let's say I want to balance the PO4. Right? The PO4 is not happy. So I'm going to put 2 here. The bracket, and then so I will change the Na to be 6 Na, and then 2 PO4. All right, but then now I make the Na not happy again. All right, so how can I make the Na happy? I'm going to actually change this whole thing to be 6. Right, so change the whole thing to be 6. So I will make actually 6 Na, but then I will change that to be 6 Cl. All right, now. The Ca is not happy. The Ca is not happy. So how Ca and Cl not happy. So how can I make the Ca happy? So actually, I'm gonna put 3 here to make it 3 Ca, and then 6 Cl. So it looks like everybody happy now. Then finally, I can put the 1 here. And 2, 3, 6, 1 is acceptable because it's the least ratio. I'm gonna do 23. I do have poly here, which is SO41, NO31, NO31, SO41. Right? They're all poly, so no water. And I can start the table as at H, SO4, NO3 parentheses, and then Na. And whatever the poly per parentheses. So I start with 2 hydrogen, 1 hydrogen, 1 SO4, 1 SO4, 1 NO3, 1 NO3, 1 Na, 2 Na. Okay, so you can either fix the hydrogen or you can fix the Na. Either way is fine, you will get the same answer. So let's say I'm fixing hydrogen. So fixing hydrogen by putting 2 here and bracket. Right? You can fix anyone. The hydrogen first or sodium first, it doesn't matter. So I put the 2 in front, so make the hydrogen, I got 2 hydrogen, and then I got 2 NO3. But then now I make the NO3 not happy, and also the Na is not happy either. So how can I fix that? I'm going to put the 2 in front here to make the Na2 Na, and then I also make the NO3 2. So it looks like everybody happy. So then finally, I'm going to put the 1 here. 1, 2, 2, 1 is also acceptable because the least number of the ratio.